Hello dear friends! So in this video we'll have a look at stuff in Peru and how similar it looks to the ruins of Great Zimbabwe. So check this channel out. I'll be using some of their drone footage. I will also be using some of Brien Foerster's work, so I hope he doesn't mind. So when I watched this video, immediately I felt something triggered within me. There's something here, you know? What you will see now is the ruins of Kuelap, and this is a fortress high up in the mountains of Peru. So apparently this complex is 15 acres and has more stone than the Great Pyramid of Giza. So that should put it into a nice perspective of what a brilliant achievement this place is. And what pulled me in immediately was how similar this looks to the Great Zimbabwe ruins. If you look at the design and the construction, it is so eerily similar, but of course again we're thousands of miles apart. What is key here for me is that they're both basically on top of the mountain. You will see the Acropolis of Great Zimbabwe is also on top of the mountain, the great enclosure down in the valley. So how could these people have built it so similarly? And you'll see with the styles, and even inside you see these little circles. The narrative, which is quite interesting, goes like this. This is a mountain fortress home to the Cloud Warriors. They resisted invasions for a long time, and eventually the Inca conquered them simply by staging a siege. So basically they starved them out of their fortress, so they couldn't get provisions in, and eventually they must have surrendered or... So this all happened about 600 years ago. There is about 400 buildings within this structure, and all of them are round, which is very unusual for this location, which of course contradicts history and mainstream views on what these tribes were doing and who they were. So this is inside, and notice the circular structures. And if you see in my previous video on Peru how their circular structures, I theorize this is perhaps to do with gold mining. For this video I just wanted to showcase what an absolutely amazing find this is. And yeah, I've never seen this before. Just stunning views here. So here they have these diamond shapes, and in Zimbabwe we have those triangles. Amazing. Just beautiful. And here they go through this little passage, very similar again to the one in Great Zimbabwe. You have to remember a lot of this was also reconstructed. The same goes for Great Zimbabwe. So here's a nice close-up on the wall. And notice here, you can see on the left-hand side we have bricks, or what looks like rock shaped into brick form. On the right side they have this cement, could be mud or something. Is this the reconstructed part that they filled in here? I don't know why you would have that otherwise. And just notice how large this wall is, right? So have a look at the tiny people and this walkway, and have a look at this massive wall. Quite an accomplishment for those Cloud Warriors. And that's all on the top of the mountain. These guys had jeeps, they had to bring horses and stuff just to carry the cameras. So no small feat to carry these massive rocks. One of these stones at the bottom is basically the size of that man. So how do you carry this stuff up here? And we come across this problem every time when we look into ancient civilizations. Is it not obvious that even the people of our time will struggle to build something like this? It will be a monumental achievement, and the size and the scale of this place, it would take years And you have to quarry the stuff and you have to bring it from somewhere. I don't know how they shape them. The leading theory for me is the geopolymers. I've been thinking about this. Perhaps if they had the ability to shape these stones the way they wanted, you could cool it down or add something to it which will solidify to form a solid piece of what we call a rock. Either way, it's just brilliant and amazing what whoever accomplished this feat. I highly doubt it was cloud warriors, but you never know. A lot more explaining has to occur before I would believe such a story. Another point is this structure will stay here forever. When you look at modern buildings, maybe you have like a 50 to 100 year lifespan. And this thing has been here, I would say, closer to 1,000 perhaps, or maybe more. All I know is that what it says in the textbooks is often not correct. This thing is just timeless, truly an ancient wonder. A few more interesting things over here. So immediately these circles stand out, and there's even a little more around here. It is possible that these are to do with farming of some rice or vegetables or something like that, but I looked around a bit in this area and I don't see anything like this. Obviously you have these terraces here for farming over here. It looks very different to the terracing. If you know what this is, let me know down below. So it could be farming, could be something else entirely.